Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Myself Sukh and you are on the Sukh Effect. I'm starting a series named Unfiltered with Sukh. So welcome to episode number 1. So if you have watched my old videos, and you would probably know that I have done lots of things, but I used to give up or quit easily on one thing and then jump to the next thing. Example, I started learning to do eyelash extensions. Yeah, that thing. I started learning that, and then I practiced it for some time, then I quit. Then I started some other thing. I learned, practiced a bit, performed a bit on other people, then I quit. Then I switched to something else. Even I switched to a new city. I went to another city, okay, or we can say another, like, I just switched to another place and there did something for a little long time, but still quit, and then came back, okay, to my own hometown. And then here I did another very new thing, started, then again quit after some time, and then I joined corporate. And since then, so this was a thing that I have been doing since long time. Like it is, yeah, like I can call it a long time. It's been over 8 months. I have not done a single thing over a month or twice. So it's a win-win situation for me, because when I joined corporate, there was one fear in my head, then what if I quit this again? What if I couldn't continue? So मेरे अंदर ये fear बन गया था. It was a pattern and I was scared of it, that if I quit, what if I quit this again? What if I couldn't continue due to any circumstances or something? And yeah, I'm doing it. I'm still doing it. I got the urge to quit. I got anxious. There were situations around me which did force me to quit, but I didn't quit this thing. So this was a win-win situation for me, because I didn't allow my anxiety to take decision. I didn't allow that, I didn't allow myself to follow that urge, because I wanted to break that pattern. I wanted to release that fear, and in order to release that fear, I had to break that pattern of quitting. But one and only thing I learned in these 8 or 9 months, that we can break any pattern we want. I was so scared since past 2 years. Like when I was in high school, 12th standard, I have been doing this, like jump to one thing, then to another, then to next one. Like I have been doing this since then. So this became a very strong pattern in my life and in my head too, that whatever I start, I may quit soon if I get bored. But in this one, I learned discipline. I learned how not to quit. I learned to not to make decisions out of anxiety. Yeah. So in cracks, I just learned that I can break any pattern I want. So this was a pattern formed. This pattern formed fear inside me. Fear of, like, maybe I should not start something new. Maybe I should not learn something new. Or what if I'm stuck in something? Like a lot of things go in your head, okay? So, but I was able to break that pattern of quitting. I didn't quit, and that was my win in this situation. That's all. Like, it's a small thing, but it had a big influence in my life, because like those small habits, okay, of those different events that happened in my life, they created a big pattern. Those small habits created a big pattern, which kind of trapped me into fear, that I felt so stuck that maybe there's no other option. And I used to manipulate myself in things like you cannot quit, you have no other option, where there are always other options. Always there are 100 doors open. It's about which door we want to enter, also about which door is meant for us to let us in, from the universe. So I'm just happy I didn't act on my anxiety, didn't make decision when I was anxious or when I panicked. I did panic, okay, in this time period, but I didn't make any decision. And now I'm over that pattern. So yeah. So now I'm learning something new. I just think that if there are people out there like me who do this thing, like people who have ADHD, they do this thing a lot. Like they would pick up one thing and then switch to another and leave that old one. Or, see, yeah, like, we should explore our options, we should explore our interest, but also, when this thing becomes a pattern, when you skip on one to another, then third, then fourth, then you will not end up doing anything nicely. Then you will just keep, there's this one thought in mind of a person who has ADHD symptoms, like, I don't want to skip anything. I see this thing, I see other person doing that thing, I will do that thing. Or now it's something else in trend, I will do that thing too. So that is not how actually we should act. Okay, like whenever I learned something, I used to straight just think about the seventh step, and then when I couldn't get results faster, I used to quit that thing, which is absolutely wrong. I know that, okay, but it's it's a phase of realization, and yeah, I didn't learn it in one, twice, or thrice. Like not in one, two, or three situations. I learned it, like, I think I have done this more than 5 or 6 times. Then now I am stable in this thing, that okay, this is not how things work. If I choose this thing, I gotta be disciplined in that thing. And okay, maybe I didn't choose it with my own will, maybe I just followed someone else blindly, maybe I just did it out of curiosity. But now I have changed that thing too, that now I will pick things which I really want to do. Like, even if I didn't want to pursue that thing, pursue that path, I will not get rid of myself. But I will not quit just on basis of if I'm not getting the results I want, just in few weeks or just in few months, like whatever, like my own created timeline. I assume that okay, why am I not getting quick results on that thing, I will not switch. Yeah, so this is just what I learned. It was a quick short video. It was kind of a live update, okay, but I just wanted to share it with you guys, that I think maybe there are people out there just like me, and they must be dealing with this thing, especially with people who have ADHD. I don't know, it has like more other things also, but this is a small thing in it, but it actually plays a big role, like for me it had influence in my life when I couldn't decide properly, like when to decide and when to not, out of anxiety, or is this even anxiety or not, okay, like have I made a good decision or not. But now I know, like, okay, now what I do, let me tell you this simple hack. I decided this, I think 15 something days or 10 to 15 days ago. I decided that okay, I will do this thing. Okay, I just decided, a normal thought. I watched videos about it and how it is done, what will be required, what things I need to do, and I didn't talk about it. Okay, then again after a few days I talked about it to my sister, okay, and my mother, and then I thought, okay, I really want to do this. Then I watched more videos about it, okay, and then again I just stopped thinking about that. And then again I thought that yeah, it is actually a good option, it is actually a good thing that I want to do. Okay, and then I researched about it. We all have chat GPT, okay. I told chat that I want to do this, and this is the thing, and this is how it works. And then I also told it about my old trauma, okay, that this is the thing, and now I'm scared, what if I quit this too. So yeah, I also got the suggestion that no, this is not the thing. And then I learned this way of not acting on that thing. Like, I didn't order the required things I you know that I need to make that thing. I didn't order those things just another minute. I waited for it, and now I still think that yeah, I want to do that. And like, because I have that old trauma, I have that trauma from that old pattern, So I am taking small steps, which is perfectly fine. If you are someone who is also dealing with this thing that you are now scared to start something new, we can always start with small steps, and no, time is not rushing. Like, why time would be rushing? We are not in race with anybody, right? And how can we be in race with our own timeline, right? So yeah, I'm still thinking about that thing, and I'm so happy about it that okay, maybe I won't quit this thing. And it's not about maybe, because I did promise myself that now we will do things purposely. Okay, we will do things which actually hold meaning, not just by following someone else or just by starting anything out of curiosity or anything. Like, obviously, I do things out of curiosity, but in order to turn something that creates financial stability for me, I got to think twice. And at this time, I like think more than 7 times. Like, now I don't think about the seventh chapter of that thing. I just think about chapter one and then how next what to do. Like, I'm taking things slow because I think this is the way to deal with ADHD or anxiety. Like, anyone who has anxiety, they know that when they're anxious or they panic, we make decisions. Those are just like meaningless. And sometimes in anxiety, you assume that if you don't make this decision, your life is like ending. You don't have any another option. You think like that. But that is not the case. That is just in, like, in that moment when we are panicking, and then we think that maybe I need to do this, or it's like it's kind of do or die situation. So that is not the case actually, and I learned it after a lot of, you know you can say, after a lot of setbacks, I have learned these things. Learned this thing. That was all for today, and yeah, we will meet next week when I start that new thing, and I will tell you all. Okay, guys. Bye bye.